How do you feel when you sort of go to sleep at night?
I don't like it. I hate it.
You're not going to be making millions straight away.
If you're not already famous or you haven't been on TV, forget it. It's hard work.
They can cry in a Ferrari.
She's making us all look stupid.
Would you let your daughter go into this industry?
No chance.
OnlyFans is not the way forward.
It's the way forward financially, but mentally, no.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Bluetick Show, the first episode of Versus. Today we've got OnlyFans versus non-OnlyFans. Jem Lucy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Sukaina, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, firstly, I want to start off, introduce yourself. Who are you? OnlyFans, what do you do for a living?
So I'm Jem Lucy. I've done a lot of reality TV in my life. It's led me down the route of ending up on OnlyFans. I know some people like it, some people don't. But yeah, that is how I make a living. I do own a few properties as well, so I'm putting my money into good places, and I'm always starting up new businesses. So,
Sukaina, what do you do?
Well, I'm a showbiz and entertainment journalist and TV presenter, red carpet host. I also do podcasts as well. So yeah, that's me.
No, I do the podcast. Leave that part
All
to
right.
me, yeah?
We'll edit that bit out.
You got to take my job, yeah? So listen, what I want to do is I want to understand your opinions of OnlyFans, and I want to understand your opinions. You're both clearly, you're involved in it, you're not involved in it. So let's start with not involved in it.
Okay. Well, my thoughts on OnlyFans is pretty simple and straightforward. I don't agree with it. Just because I don't like the idea that somebody needs to take their clothes off to make money. I just think there's so many different things that you can do in this world. There's so many different avenues you can go in. And, you know, you don't really need to do that. Like, so I don't agree with it.
Do you not feel we're in a generation where girls are doing it all on Instagram free of charge anyway?
Yeah, but that's because women are brainwashed, in my opinion. I feel like women are brainwashed by this whole feminism and, you know, women should be liberated. We should be sexually liberated. We should be able to show our bodies off. And I just think, like, I don't agree with that. I don't want to show my body off. I don't want my daughter to show her body off. I don't want my sister to show her body off. I just think it's sending the wrong message to women that, you know, all we are going to be are sexual objects. We've fought so hard to get rid of that, to be seen as not sexual objects.
To who though? To who? To men?
To the world, to society.
But doesn't it really matter more what you think you are and what you think of women? Because you can't change everyone's opinion. And this isn't me sticking up for all OnlyFans people, because I personally, I do it. I don't like it. I could sit here and explain to you why I do it and how I've ended up on it. And my thing is now trying to get away from it. But it's not something that you can just click your fingers and just completely come away from. 100%. I make a lot of money. I have a lifestyle that I have to upkeep. I can definitely, you know, change things about my lifestyle. But at the same time, it's not something you can just change. I do agree with you when you say about sexualizing your body and stuff. But at the same time, you've got role models like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and even the Kardashians. They're all over Instagram with their huge asses out 24/7. And I feel like whatever they do, everyone's going to do anyway, regardless of OnlyFans.
What age did you start?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I did it about 5 years ago, so probably when I was 30. Well, actually, no, I must have done it before then, because I had my daughter when I was 31. I have a child. Do you?
No, I don't, no.
Yeah. So obviously, I started OnlyFans. Well, I'll just go back a little bit. So when I was younger, I got sent to boarding school when I was 11, and my parents lived in Singapore. So I had no guidance from a very young age, no adult guidance at all. I ended up in loads of different situations with the wrong people, drugs. I just had no one to tell me what was right and wrong. So from there, I've ended up being quite a naive adult. And ended up on TV shows, ended up being a stripper. So to me, being a stripper from a young age, thinking it was okay, taking my clothes off, I was just used to it. Yeah. And again, OnlyFans is something that I kind of fell into when I would like to say I was slightly more naive to what I was doing, and I started very PG as well. And again, like what you said, I only posted stuff that I basically posted on Instagram anyway. And then, yeah, I mean, a part of my personality trait is I am very addicted to things. I'm addicted to money, and I'm addicted to gym, and I was addicted to drugs. I luckily came off drugs and my addictions changed. And so the OnlyFans cycle just gets worse and worse when it comes to the levels that you do. So I always just drilled it into myself to put my money in the right places so that I could come off. And so now I don't like OnlyFans. I'll be honest with you. I hate taking my clothes off. I wish I could do what you do, but I literally can't just click a switch and go and do that and make a lot of money.
What I've always said to young girls starting OnlyFans, it's one of them things where once you start, this is what I live by. You'll never stop, because the money you're making, whatever amount you make, if you want to disclose it, you can. But you're never going to make that in a normal job.
I am going to stop.
Yeah, but you will never be able to make what you're making now.
No.
You can't.
You're not.
It's like...
But also, that money will never be able to bring you respect. It will never be able to buy you dignity, and it will never be able to bring you back, like...
But it depends where you're trying to get the respect and dignity from, because I have a lot of respect for myself.
But when you, for example, like, when you know that you are, you know, getting your clothes off and just sort of, in a way, you're selling your body online, how do you feel when you sort of go to sleep at night? Like, really and truly, because we all have that, like, voice in our head when we go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. If you want me to be honest with you, I don't feel good about it. Yeah. I don't like it. I hate it. But for me, I guess through everything I've been through in my life, which is a lot, I can easily switch off from it, whether that's a good or bad thing. As soon as I put my phone here, I haven't done it.
But see, that's what your pride and dignity is. It's inside you.
But I know that inside me I'm a good person with a good soul, and I'm a good mum in other ways. So the way I see parenting when it comes to OnlyFans, there's two ways you can look at it. I've heard girls say the most stupidest shit, like, I can't remember who the girl was, but she was on Piers Morgan and he asked her, what are you going to do when your kids are really depressed? And she was like, oh, they can just
cry in a Ferrari.
Cry in a Ferrari. Like, she's making us all look stupid. Like, that is... But then again, I don't know if she has kids or not. I presume she doesn't, because maybe that's a comment coming from someone who doesn't understand what it's like to be a mother and love and care for your kids. But my upbringing, for example, my parents had perfect jobs. On the outside, you would have thought I would be perfect. Oh, yeah, they're fine. Leave them to it. But I was a complete fuck up. So I know the things that I was missing as a child that... Okay, cool, I do OnlyFans, that I'm 100% going to have stopped by the time my daughter's 4. So by the time she's, 10?
What they do say as well, just to interrupt you there, is your pictures, your videos, whatever, it's out there for life. So even if you're saying, I'm going to stop by the time she gets 16 or whatever.
I'm not saying she won't ever know. That's not what I'm saying, because you can get a lot of it taken down. There will be some out there, yes. But I just believe that being a present mum, being there for your child, having a good bond with them, and, you know, being there for them emotionally and all of that is so important. That's stuff that I didn't have. And I'm just hoping, of course, there's a chance that this might not happen, but I'm just hoping that because of that, she will understand why I did it, why I've stopped, and see the life that she's got. And I'm not talking material. Money buys freedom. It doesn't buy happiness, let's be honest. But it does buy freedom. No one wants to sit here broke and they can't go anywhere. So I'm just trying to excel in all the other ways of being a mum, whilst I am failing at being a mum in terms of what I do. I know I am. I don't want my daughter to go to school and her friends are laughing because her mum's on the internet naked. The only other thing I will say, in 10 years' time, unfortunately, it is going to be a lot more common.
Yeah, I reckon
so much more common.
In the next 10 years.
I think my question with this sort of career is, what happens when you do get old? You know, is there any longevity in this career? Because, for example, with my career, you know, I feel proud of myself that, like, no matter what happens, I could get married, I could have babies, I can always go back to my career because it's always going to be there.
Absolutely, yeah.
But then with something like this, what happens when you get older?
I've seen some old women on OnlyFans.
You can. Even in strip clubs, there's old women. There's everything. Everyone's got a fetish, but no, it definitely has a shelf life.
But the market value sort of goes down, doesn't it? As a woman's sexual market value always goes down. Yeah.
It goes down anyway when you do everything, because once someone's seen everything, however many times, it gets a bit boring. But that's why I'm building a property portfolio. I've just started photography. I'm also doing a collaboration day for models to learn about modeling and OnlyFans, to be fair. And I've also just started an AI. Like, I want to get off it. Do you know what I mean? For my daughter and for me.
I think it's really inspiring, your story, because a lot of girls are probably, who are trying to get into this industry or maybe are interested in it or whatever, it's really good that you're being transparent about this and the fact that you actually don't enjoy it and you don't feel good about yourself. And I think that's so important to tell young girls who want to get into this. Also, I don't know how much you make off it, but can we also be transparent and let girls know that you're not going to be making millions straight away? Like, this whole, it's not what people think it is. Because most of the girls on there are not even, they're making like...
If you're not already famous or you haven't been on TV, forget it. It's hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
And the watch.
Yeah,
and the
they're making like
necklaces.
£7 an hour. Like you might as well go and work in McDonald's. I mean, some people say they don't want to work in McDonald's, but some of the girls on there are actually not making the money that we think that they're making. Can you talk a little bit about that and how like girls who want to get into that right now?
Yeah.
The expectations.
So what I want to say is to ask you. You're in this game. You're a lot older than at the minute. Like you're on Instagram and you've got 18-year-old girls starting OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Do you think if they're listen, you can't stop girls doing it. You're saying you don't like doing it, but you have to do it. The money is amazing, yeah?
Yeah. And can I just say one more thing about it, which is there are good things about OnlyFans, yeah? So I have 24 hours a day with my child, right? Someone who goes to work, who has to be in an office from 9 to 5, they're probably getting up at 7, leaving the house at 8, they're getting back at 7. How many hours of that day are you spending with your children? Half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening, if that. So where are your children learning their life skills and learning how to fend for themselves in life? Just from school, just from nursery, from strangers, from people who aren't in their family. So the one thing that I will never ever want to let go of in any job is the freedom that I have to be with my daughter as much as I can. Obviously, I have to go to work now and then, but I can do my work any day, any time, any hour of the night. And yeah, I just wanted to say that because that is a huge part for me.
Yeah, no, I understand. Of course, your kids are. That's why you do it. At the end of
Yeah,
the day, if you didn't
exactly.
have kids, you wouldn't give a shit about the money you were making. But
No.
is there an age you'd say to either start OnlyFans or stop OnlyFans? Because I think right now you got girls starting at 18 years old, and I think it's fucking up the generation because they're 18, making even if they're making £5 a month. £5 is big money for an 18-year-old girl. Like
I think, if I'm honest with you, it's difficult because, I mean, OnlyFans wasn't around when I was 18, but if I can tell people not to do it, however contradicting it is, just don't do it because firstly, you'll never stop, like you said, unless something better comes along, which in my case, I think it will, because only now though. Also, when you're 18, you're not going to do clever things with your money.
Yeah.
But the opportunity that you're saying has come across now has only come across because you've made so much from OnlyFans.
And because of my TV background. So
But
I'm building
that
an
money
AI
you've got
girlfriend
now-
for myself because I'm known. Do you know what I mean?
An AI girlfriend.
Yeah. So I'm building an AI where, did you hear about this Karen girl who made like 5 million in a month? No. It's like an AI where on the phone, on your WhatsApp, you can talk to me all day long. I'll talk dirty to you. I'll talk.
Oh yeah,
normal
like
to
on
you.
Snapchat, you got the AI bot. You can just
Yeah,
text.
yeah. So
I've heard
building
about
one
this,
of,
yeah.
I'm building one of those.
Oh, wicked! Can I have you as an AI girlfriend? Then?
Yeah, of course you can.
Means I'm
Listen,
not
there's a
taking her on
market.
dates or
There's a
anything.
market for this. There's
Yeah.
high demand for this. You know, there's men out there who are lonely and they need this.
Exactly.
You know?
I think it's the new Bitcoin. Like, it's not the same, but it's the thing where if you start it's like the new Bitcoin. Like, it's the thing where if you start early, you can get in and make money. Everything's going to be AI soon. So I'm obviously hoping, I can't guarantee, but I'm hoping that's going to bring me in similar, if not more, money than what I'm making on OnlyFans. But the most important thing for me is...
Yeah, but then again, if that AI is going to talk dirty, it's going to be called Jem Lucy, right?
It doesn't have to talk dirty.
No, but it's going to be able to.
Yeah.
Every guy who signs up to it ain't signing up to ask how your day is. They're going to sign up hoping that they're going to talk naughty to you and...
Of course. But it's
So
not a
is that-
platform that I'm going to have to go on.
No, I hear that, but then it's your brand, it's your name.
Of course.
Is that not still OnlyFans?
Of course. And I'll do it for 2 years, make 10, 20, 30 million, build loads of houses, and I'll stop everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It sort of sounds like
it's
it's
still-
very money motivated, isn't it? And
It is, because I have to do something else to make money, and it has to be a fair amount of money. It doesn't have to be as much money as I make now, but I want my daughter
How much
to...
is OnlyFans making? Roughly, you can give us a rough figure.
It's anything
Yeah.
you can make.
No, how much is OnlyFans making you? I didn't ask about other people.
I don't
Roughly,
wanna
I don't want to know
That's the
your
question,
bank
isn't it?
balance, but is it really enough?
1 month
where,
you can make 30 grand, 1 month you can make 150 grand. It's
what's
really
the best month you've ever had
150.
in 1 month?
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you sign up?
I think I'm in the
thinking-
wrong profession.
But you know what it is? Yeah, I got to be honest. When you hear women are making £150,000 a month from, realistically, not in a rude way, but you do fuck all. You take pictures. of
Exactly. We
yourself.
do fuck all.
But then again, from your point of view, is your pride worth 150 grand a month? And some
Yeah.
women will say yes.
Well, this is the argument, isn't it? And I think
Some women will say yeah.
Yeah.
Other women will say
It's
no.
not so much is my pride worth this. It's a path. It's not like I was doing what you do and suddenly thought, oh, let me go and do that.
Yeah.
I've kind of gradually fallen into it because I've A, had no guidance, B, I was a stripper, C, I was on a TV show that I hated and I acted like a complete twat on there, and it kind of just oh, let me just
So
try
would
that.
would you say that you'd give girls advice to actually make something of themselves? Would you say that let's try and do something in for example your early 20s, or you said when was it
I
in
would
the
say
years?
to girls, do not start OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I would say definitely try and make something of yourself. I can understand why you don't want to go to and do a 9-to-5 job and go and sit at
But
a
there's so
computer
many
all
different
day.
things you can do, you know?
So many different things. But I've got a question.
Nothing is giving you that money.
No, but can I ask a question? Because you happily asked me how much I make. Can I ask you how much you make?
I can tell you, I'm definitely not making near enough money as you.
150 grand a month.
Yeah,
No, I know that because OnlyFans,
yeah.
But
I don't make anywhere near 150 grand a month.
it's funny how it's acceptable for someone to ask an OnlyFans person how much money they make. But I feel rude asking you.
Yeah.
Not saying it is rude for you.
No,
but
I feel rude asking
it's-
anyone. I don't
It's
want to.
weird,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
people always ask me, and
Yeah.
it's like
Because
I
I
have
think
to
because
say.
people are so intrigued
Do you know
by
what it
this
is? No, it's not
industry.
even that. It's because
Yeah.
it's. I knew the figure you was going to say anyway. I kind of not knew the figure, but I knew the ballpark figure. I've interviewed loads of OnlyFans girls, kind of thing. But hearing 150 grand a month, it's nuts. It's genuinely
nuts
you can
because put
buy
that
a
in a
new
year.
house every
Yeah.
single month. Some people ain't making that a
There's
year.
doctors out here. There's
Exactly.
pilots
There's
not
doctors,
even making enough.
There's doctors who are making, some make what, £300 a day, and they work 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
I've got a doctor who does my Botox and stuff, but when he does, he like saves people's lives, cancer patients, and he's getting £300 a day. It doesn't make sense, but I don't write the rules.
Yeah, but here's the thing: there's a market out there for it, and these men are, they want this. So it's kind of like I don't want to say like let's look at the men as well, but we kind of have to in a way look at the men as well, because they're the ones requesting this. They're the ones, this is you only get to do this because men want this.
Absolutely.
And women. There's loads of men on OnlyFans as well. Like,
No, but the men's ones are all gay. Yeah.
oh, fair enough.
Women don't sign up and pay.
Yeah, I never really hear that one. So in a way, it's like we kind of do need to look at maybe the sex industry
Alright,
as a
I got
whole.
a question to throw.
I'm sorry, I beat the
No, it's
cough.
right.
I love that. IB for cough.
Yo, Taylor, keep that in, yeah?
IB for
that one
cough. Hashtag IB for cough.
Alright, I got a question for you lot then, yeah? So, you're obviously saying you don't like OnlyFans. You're not agreeing with what you do. Of course, you do it. Of course, you enjoy it at points. Like when you get paid every month, you're like, sweet, that's cool. You're obviously completely against it. Now to flip it on its head, relationships. Most men you speak to and say, oh, would you date an OnlyFans girl? They say no.
They're fucking lying. Majority are, well, okay.
but you
maybe
say
they're-
that. You say
Maybe
that.
they're not lying, okay? But let me tell you this. I've done OnlyFans for 5-6 years. There's a lot of my life where I didn't do OnlyFans, and the men don't get any worse this side. They're the
All right,
same.
no, I'll be real with you then. Me personally, you're making 150 grand a month, yeah? Most guys ain't making that. They're making that. They don't make that a year.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in that position where I weren't making good money, I wouldn't be able to date you.
You
Because
just join in.
no, but I wouldn't.
Okay, but this is the thing.
I-
Demasculating in a
I
way.
wouldn't. I'm a man. When I sit at that dinner table, I'm the man. I'm paying that bill.
But you can
no
still
matter what
provide
happens.
without earning more than the other.
But then I'm gonna still feel like, how's my missus making more money than me? Like I'd feel like a bitch. That's the truth. I'd be like, I'm the man. I'm making the money. Like
It
you're
doesn't
my
have-
woman.
But
That's mine.
you're so right. There's men out there who will be fine with their woman making more money than him. I actually know men like that. Like I've met them.
Like I couldn't date an OnlyFans woman, not because I think you're disrespecting yourself, but the way I look at it, you're my woman. Not saying I own her or anything, but that body is mine. Everything about you is mine. I wouldn't want not even another man to see it.
I
Like,
agree with you.
I'd get
but
pissed off.
I have met men. So put it this way: I can totally understand everything you're saying, and I agree with you. But I just haven't had an issue yet with men with OnlyFans.
But what about the trust? Do people not think? Not
No,
to say it, not in a
because-
rude way, but do people not think like, oh, she's a slag?
No, not at all. Because, well, firstly, I don't know what people do, but when I have a boyfriend, if they're involved, I only do it with them. I've only done it with one boyfriend, OnlyFans before, so I don't.
So sorry. You do OnlyFans with a partner.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
okay.
do it with, I used to do completely PG, and now I do pretty much everything, but only with my partner. I don't do it with random boys. Do you know what I mean? I do a lot of the
Right.
girls, but it's not real, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah,
It's still pretty much real. What do you mean it's not real? It's still
I'm not-
it's
Sorry,
still
because I
happening.
don't know much about this, but is it borderline porn? Are we talking about?
So
here?
basically,
Sorry,
she-
are we
she
allowed to
makes-
say that?
yeah, you said- she makes content with her partner, like
Right.
sex tapes on this and
So did you go from just putting pictures? Did you just go from topless pictures and stuff like that, and then worked your
I
way
went
up?
from completely covered
Okay.
to working my
Okay.
way up, because if you can imagine, I made about 20 grand a month when I was covering, yeah, and I know that's enough, but
20 bags a month.
But
Just-
it went down because after a while, people are like, I've seen you cover your tits for half a year now.
Yeah.
What's going on? So
Right.
then there's a bit of nipple. Then there's a bit of pussy. Sorry. But yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Okay. So you worked your way up,
6
sort of thing.
years,
Yeah.
I've worked my way to the top. And I hate it. I really hate it. I don't like the content. I think it looks slaggy. But the thing is, what it looks like is not who I am. I know deep down I'm not a
do you
slag.
feel like it's you're acting? Do you feel like when you go on there, that's
100%, I'm not
that's a
enjoying
fake
it.
person, and that's just you
I
doing your
hate
job?
it. I hate it.
I
You know
just-
when you like
I-
have to pretend. Not talking to you like you've done it. When I do the content, I hate pretending to moan, pretending to say stuff, whatever.
Do you feel a bit dirty, kind of thing?
Yeah, I really. I'm not just saying it. I really dislike doing it, but I'm so used to it, and I'm used to the sex industry. Like I said, I
And
was
you
a
can't
stripper
get
from
out of
young.
it. You said as well, sort of what you're trying
Not
to.
easily, but if I could do something like what you do, I would love to. But that takes time to build as well. And I've gone through a lot in my life where I've had to firstly come off drugs, have to learn about myself, and I've had to go through all that to realize that what I do I don't like, because I was doing it off my face for ages. Not OnlyFans, because I haven't done drugs for about 8 years. But being a stripper, I was just fucked all the time and taking my clothes off, and it was just nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think you're really inspiring, by the way, and I
Oh,
have a lot of
thank
respect
you.
for you. I generally do, and I'm not just saying that. Like, just sort of hearing your story and what you've gone through
Yeah.
to get to where you are now, I can really understand why you chose that route.
Thank you, I
And I
appreciate
do
that.
have empathy for that, and I think
Yeah.
that's the whole point of this, is just sort of being transparent about this industry,
Yeah.
and it's not all glitz and glam and crying
Absolutely.
a Ferrari. Like, it's really
Bullshit.
good that you're saying that. So
Yeah.
You know, what I will say as well is, I'll be honest with you, when I went on your Insta, spoke to people about you, I was expecting you, being honest
Who?
now, people, I was expecting you to come in here and be an arrogant, being honest with you, arrogant bitch, rude, stuck up, and just that bitch, if that
I
makes
love,
sense.
and you wait,
No, I'm
you
being
don't,
honest.
and you don't think that now, right?
No, I genuinely think you actually, like, as
Me
you,
too,
when
I
you went
was
to the
scared a
toilet,
little bit.
I'll be honest, when you went to the toilet, I was like, oh my God, she's so
yeah, because he kept coming over to me being like, and I was like looking at you, and I was like,
and
I
was
was
being honest,
scared.
and then when
Of
you,
me!
and then when you walked in, and
I was
started,
scared of you. I looked at Instagram. I was like,
Oh,
he's gonna grab me.
no,
Because me expecting this to be a like proper little cussing match. I thought these two be best friends are gonna fucking go get food after this.
What are you doing after this?
No. But listen, back to conversation. What I will say, what I will ask you is, I feel like I'm asking you all the questions. Don't worry, I'm coming to you in a minute. What I
Yeah.
will ask you is relationships. When you're with a partner, obviously you do. Well, when you're not with a partner, do you do multiple sex scenes with other men?
Never.
Never done that.
I physically can't do that. Like, that's where I draw the line, even though I know a lot of people draw the line way before me. But I wouldn't have sex with someone just for money or just for that. I have to be emotionally connected to someone to have sex
Yeah, no, I
with,
hear
no
that. I
matter
respect
whether
that.
it's. I'll take the L with the money on that one, because
So obviously you do all the sexting, you text back these guys, and you fake phone sex or whatever it's called. Yeah. Does that ruin real life sex for you, or does it make it better for you?
What, talking to the guys on my OnlyFans?
Yeah, like when you're talking to them and you're I don't know, do you text or is it for, what is it, just texting on there?
Yeah, it's just sexting.
So
in
when
the
you're
DMs.
sexting them and stuff like that, they're telling you they want to do X, Y, and Z. You're then going back over it to obviously get paid. When you have real sex, or when you're actually chatting to a partner and you're getting to know them and you're texting them and you're sexting them, is it?
It's completely different. It's just like,
Do you look at them as just, this is my job, I go into work, I perform, and then I leave?
exactly
Yeah,
that.
you're like an actress.
Yeah, exactly. It's got nothing to do with anything real. Like, anything I say to them, I'm just chatting shit, if I'm honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that could fuck up my subscribers too, but oh well, it's true.
Oh well,
true,
you're
you're not-
leaving now
Listen,
anyway.
realistically,
You're on
you
to
take-
bare
I'm
things.
No, but realistically, I think even the subscribers who subscribe
Yeah.
to you, they know that realistically they're just trying to have a wank, and
Yeah.
once they're done, they're jumping off. They're not going to
Yeah.
sit there.
Or they're going back to their wives.
Honestly, for me,
Oh.
what?
Taylor, click that.
What do you mean?
She's
Oh,
gonna go
yeah.
back to their wives.
But that is the truth.
Well,
but
that's the
I've met
reality, isn't it? Let's
the
be real.
amount of men I
Come
met
on.
in strip clubs that tried to fuck,
Of
and they have
course.
got wives and kids.
Yeah.
It's everyone.
Where was you? What in this country was you in strip clubs?
Yeah, in London, yeah.
And obviously, you can work from anywhere.
Can I just say one more point about
course.
relationships? So the guys are coming into the strip club trying to fuck. They've got a perfect wife at home who probably does a perfect job, but they want to fuck the stripper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but hold on. As a man, I can back that point. Yeah, I'll be involved. Here.
Oh no.
No, I'm
wanna
involved.
get
So we're gonna
triggered.
grill you now.
I'm gonna get triggered
2
now.
on 1. No. A man, I'll be real with you both. As a man, you can go and have sex with a woman and not have an emotional attachment.
That's fine, but you're still cheating.
Yeah.
Agreed. No, I agree it's cheating.
Yeah.
I can agree it's cheating. I'm not saying it's not cheating, but a woman can't. When a woman goes and sleeps with a man, if she has no emotional attachment, then I think she's a slag. If like, I don't know, I just think it's different because, and the way I look at it is, you're a woman, you have a hole. I'm a man, I have a stick. Something's going inside of you, so you've got to have
Like a lock, you know,
Like,
key
it's-
and lock
There's
holder.
no way you can justify that. I'm sorry. It's cheating from both
Yeah.
sides.
I'm not saying it's not
And
cheating.
it's
I don't
both
give a shit about the
slag.
cheating
Yeah.
part. I agreed it's cheating.
I think he's trying to
in
say
the
it's
sense that
different. It's different.
It's. I'm not one to say a woman's this and a man's that, but I think a man can go around and sleep with a woman and actually feel nothing. Like he can actually,
Yeah.
a married man can go and sleep with you as a stripper and come home, and the love for his wife will not change. He will still look at her and love that woman. A woman to cheat, she can't be in love with that man.
I don't agree. He doesn't love his woman because when you love someone, you wouldn't do that.
But
Yeah.
like I'm saying, to a man,
That's not real
and men,
love.
if you agree with me, you can comment. If you don't agree, then comment.
That's
as well.
not real love.
No,
He
it's
doesn't
not.
love
And I
her.
also
She's a
don't agree that
placeholder.
A woman couldn't do that. I personally wouldn't and couldn't, but I know girls that have got boyfriends that still would fuck someone else and still love their boyfriend.
Yeah, girls'
100%.
holidays and
Easy.
yeah,
Yeah, but
the stuff that goes
no,
on.
No,
Yes,
it won't run.
It's
It won't
wrong.
run.
It's wrong, but it's definitely not just a one-way thing.
It's wrong. There's a thing called self-control. You married. That's the whole point. Otherwise, don't get married. Just be a playboy.
You need to learn self-control.
Don't get
What do you mean
married.
playboy? What about playgirl as well? Not just boys. Why are you just drawing us out?
Yeah,
No.
there's playgirls too. You
Yeah.
both have to learn self-control.
Yeah.
I think women are.
That's the problem with
three
this
women
world
in there
right
as well.
now.
I think women are just as bad as men, if not worse.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, now, yeah.
And what I will blame it on, with all due respect to OnlyFans,
Men.
is no.
Not like men.
No, I don't blame men. No.
Innit?
I'll be real with you. I think the whole sex industry, even down to I was speaking to my mate the other day, sex has changed. There's no such thing as making love no more.
Yeah,
It's social
I
now-
agree.
media.
These
It's
women
all
want to be
Social
choked,
media and
beaten.
porn.
Yeah, but
Porn,
they want
social
to.
media, internet,
Like,
it's all too easy.
back in the day,
accessible.
People's minds are too stimulated. They don't know what's real anymore.
Yo, can I say my part? Yeah.
Sorry.
So like, women nowadays have fantasies where, because everything's been seen before, choking your woman was seen as like rape. Now it's seen as, oh, well, if you're not choking me, you're not fucking me right. It's the truth. Like, and I think it's making it so like, what is next? Like,
Yeah.
does it come to the point where a woman actually wants to be beaten up because people have fantasies? Like you're watching.
Yeah,
you
where
go
do
on
we sort of
porn,
draw the line?
but you don't. It's only going to get worse. I believe.
Crazy.
I'm not going to look at you. I don't even want to ask you
I'm
a question.
partial to some of that stuff, but I don't know what your point is.
No, I'm just trying to say.
Just
I
like,
blame-
I love that.
She's like, who said I don't know? I mean, as in, because of OnlyFans, I think that's why it's kind
What?
of.
Why people like to get joked?
No, not as in get choked, but I think sex is becoming.
Yeah, I know where you're
it's not
going
even
with it.
sex, it's now acting. You're going in
Yeah.
there, which we said on the way up here, but we're going there. You're going in there to perform. You're not going in there because you actually love your woman or love your man and you want to please them. Now it's beat me, choke me, strangle me,
Yeah.
pass me out. Like,
And
right,
it's
fair
stuff that
enough, I'm gonna do it because that's what you want.
And
But
it's stuff you see on social media, so you think, oh, I need to do that. You know?
like, I think in 2019 is when if you weren't choking your girl, you was like, pfft, you was basically just not fucking. Like all these memes on
2019.
no, that was when
that
Insta blew up.
lockdown.
Yeah.
That's when
just
all this weird stuff
Yeah.
Yeah,
happened.
that-
With all the,
no,
like,
but-
choking ain't weird.
no, the other
No, but that's
stuff.
when people turned weird anyway.
Yeah, with all the pronouns and
Yeah.
all the identifying. And
I think people
everyone
just
started
lost
adding
it
weird
around
shit
that
into life.
time.
Not choking. That's been around
No,
since.
agreed. But I mean, as in throughout 2019, every single meme on my phone was choking, because I think everyone was sitting in.
It wasn't on my phone.
I
that's
think
on
it was
your-
like 50 Shades of Grey. Was that when
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
came
talking
out?
about. That's when
Oh, is that when-
It was
Back
around
off, yeah?
that time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
That's what you're trying to come for me. She's like, I've been getting choked since I was like, way back then. What are you lot on about?
No, but maybe the choking.
I'm just meaning the.
yeah.
That kind of
Is that when 50
Yes.
Shades was out?
No, I think
No,
it was way back.
365.
365
Oh,
show, yes.
That was it.
Massimo.
Yeah, Massimo. Yeah, he started a lot.
We love Massimo.
He started.
Yeah, that's
a
what I mean.
lot.
In 20, that's what I was talking about. You've sat here and you've sat across a woman who makes, in a good month, up to 150 grand a month. Isn't there a part of you that you think, maybe I could do that? Like 20 grand a month would change my life. But it's the truth. Like, and that is why I think so many young girls are getting involved in that world. Because you think, oh, she makes 20 grand covered up. If I could make 10 grand covered up, maybe I've not been on as many TV shows and stuff like that. I make 10 grand covered up. Sweet, that'll do.
I'm going to be honest with you. That does not appeal to me. I think it's amazing, and I like the idea of it. And in like maybe another world, I wish I could be that way. But my morals and my values do not let me do stuff like that. I'm just not that way. I'm not built like that.
I hear that.
Like that.
But you could also, like now, let me ask you this then, yeah? And I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I've gone for her, now I'm coming for you. Do you help your family at the moment?
I do, yeah, sometimes.
Do you come from a struggled upbringing at all?
No.
A normal family,
My parents were Moroccan immigrants, and they came to this country. They worked so hard. They tried to give us the life that we wanted. But I can't sit here and say I struggled because.
So you had a normal upbringing.
Yeah.
All right. And weird question: does your mum or dad have a mortgage?
Well, it's finished now. My dad passed away, but they did. They went through. Yeah.
So now,
can I ask how old you are?
I'm 28.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is, only reason I'm asking about a mortgage, people probably think, what the fuck's wrong with mortgage? But 1 year of work, you could pay off your whole mum and dad's house mortgage, both of them.
Yeah.
Do you not think to yourself, I'm not sitting there saying I agree with OnlyFans or don't agree with it, I'm neutral to it. Do you not think to myself, maybe if I just do that for 1 year, I could help my whole family and then just quit?
I hear what you're saying, and I can see why it's so appealing to a lot of young girls.
Personally, if I was a woman,
I get it.
I'd be making racks.
Listen, I get it. But this is what it comes down to. It comes down to your morals, your values, and your principles. Some people's moral compass is just a little bit higher than other people's, and that's okay.
I would say different, not higher.
Yeah,
well,
yes, different.
To be
different,
fair,
sorry,
yes,
that's
probably
what I mean.
higher.
Yeah, but then look at from her point of view. She says, I go in, I do my job, I leave. It's like you're a TV host, right? You said when you're on TV hosting, it's like me. When I'm here, the way I talk, the way I say words, sometimes I try and say it more correctly and stuff like that because I'm doing my job. I'm acting. I'm performing. You do the same, right?
Yeah.
So going on OnlyFans and doing that is the same thing. You're acting.
I hear that. But like I said, it comes down to. I wish I could sit here and be like,
Can I ask you what your upbringing was like?
I will tell you. My parents are Moroccan, so they raised me in. I don't want to say traditional because I get dragged for that a lot. They're like, you're definitely not traditional. The thing is with my parents, they raised me with morals, but at the same time, they still gave me freedom.
And were they very present?
I wasn't like my family friends whose parents were super strict, don't go out, curfew. But at the same time, they gave me limits on things, which I think is great because I truly believe that I turned out good because of that. Yes. They weren't just like, you don't need to answer to anyone or you can go out till when you want. And I'm really glad they raised me like that because I grew up just kind of knowing in the back of my head, there is always consequences to what you do, Sukaina.
So were your parents very present throughout your whole childhood?
Yes, they were.
And how long did you live at home for?
I still live at home.
See, this is what I mean. Yeah. I believe that how they turn out is all because of their childhood. It is. And I'm not pushing the blame onto my parents.
No. I agree with you though. Yeah, because when I heard your story, I was like
99% of people, of course, because some family members, like there was a story I saw, not a story, but a little thing on TikTok I saw where there was an alcoholic father. There was 2 sons. One turned out to be a drug abuser, alcoholic. The other turned out to be a multimillionaire, went completely away from drugs. Mm-hmm. I think it does. It's one of the other two.
One of the
other two. Some people say, you know what, I'm going to make sure I'm like some parents, like some dads ain't in their sons' lives or daughters' lives, and their daughter or son say, you know what, when I have kids, I'm going to make sure I'm the best dad in the world. Others grow up and say, you know what, my dad wasn't there for me. I'm not being there for him.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it completely.
But I also think the way that you sort of raise your kids is so crucial because like if you had your parents back then sort of not monitoring you but sort of like being there like, no, don't come home this late. Where are you going? We need to know who you're going with. I think you would have turned out maybe differently.
100%. Like, for example, if you went home now, you still live at home, and you said to your mum, I'm going to start OnlyFans, she'd probably say, absolutely fucking not.
Knock you out.
And you've got your parents there to guide you.
I think I won't be allowed back in Morocco.
Well, exactly. At 28, at 28, you've still got parental guidance, which I think is amazing. Like for me, I see myself as a mum to my child until I die. Whether I die when she's 50, whether I die when she's 30, I'm responsible for her and what she's doing.
Would you let your daughter go into this industry?
No chance.
Yeah.
But
That's
at the
really
same
good.
time, if she was determined that this is what she had to do, I can't say she can't. I will have to support her. But I promise you now, I'll do everything in my power to make sure she doesn't. And that's why, in a way, I'm putting myself through it so I can financially provide for her in any way possible to try and steer her away from it. Because when she's older, it's going to be so much more common for people to just do it.
So what
It's
I'll say
easy.
on that, especially on that, that's what I was going to say was, so there's a saying that goes, if you don't move with the times, you get left behind. Yeah? And you've got these women now who are making, let's just say 10 grand a month, 150, that's for people who are famous, celebs and stuff like that. But making 10 grand a month, there is no job. There is no job at the moment that I can think of, unless you're a doctor, solicitor or something like that, and you're high up, that is paying that kind of money. So do you not feel like within the next 10 to 15 years, that is going to be the norm? Being an OnlyFans model or social media influencer or all that, whatever it is the norm.
Yeah. There's huge demand
So
for it.
how can you now go and tell your daughter when you have kids, she's going to be, let's say she turns 60, it's 18 you start OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
You start at 18 years old, all her friends around her driving brand new Range Rovers, and she comes to you and goes, Mum, I want to start OnlyFans.
It's
You're-
about how you raise your
Okay.
kids.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're
but
going
it's
to
about
raise
how
your
you
child
raise her.
that wouldn't even be a question.
But you say that, but then what about her friendship circle? You can't control everything in her life.
Yeah.
So let's
It's
just say,
still, I still think it's about how you raise them.
It's how you
It
raise
is,
them,
but-
and it's the individual's mind. Some people are a
It is,
little
but
bit
we're in
more
a-
influenced
we're
than
in a day
others.
and age now where social media is massive.
Yeah.
So
I agree
you
with that, yeah.
you can't, unless you're only going to let your daughter follow you on social media, you can't control what she sees. She's going to go on there and look at, I don't know, Cardi B and see, oh, she got a new car.
But I would like to think that my daughter, with the upbringing that she had, that when she goes out into that world, she will hear that voice in her head saying, "That's wrong. Don't do that.
Okay, so
Make
now,
the right choice."
now let's say she has a friend, yeah?
Or she doesn't feel the need to, because a lot of women...
Fair enough. Let's
a
say
lot,
she don't. Let's say she don't. I hear that. So she's now at school, just turned, uni, college, whatever it is, 18 years old, and all her friends, like one of her best friend's mums does OnlyFans, yeah? And she comes home and she goes, "Oh, Mum, why are you working a normal job, making like, why are we in this 2-bedroom house? My friend's got a mansion. Like, are you?" She's gonna be like, "Mum, why were you not doing that?" Or she might come home and say, "Mum, I'm so glad you're not doing that. My friend's got naked pictures all over socials."
Yeah.
but
She's then,
also, the child might be content with the 2-bedroom house because the love and the affection and the mum and the dad are present and is happy with that.
until I would agree if we was 20 years ago, but now we're at a time and place where, like, even
but
the
I
other day,
don't-
I went round my sister's house and I got my 2-year-old niece sitting at a dinner table screaming she wants her iPad, and I'm like,
My daughter doesn't have an iPad.
When I was younger, if I even asked to have a phone, we didn't have iPads back then.
Yeah.
No.
Like, we weren't
No.
allowed that. At
No.
the table, phones were like put away in bags. You're not allowed phones at
But you
tables.
can still do that.
But then it comes to a point of where,
I still do that. My daughter doesn't even have an iPad.
but when it comes to an age where they're at school, you can't control them at school. Maybe you can try your best, but
No, you definitely can't control them at school.
And
But
that's why I feel like we just need more better role models. That's what it is.
I
That's
always say,
impossible,
we
though.
can't-
But
that's what I'm
I
saying,
know,
that's
and
what
I
I
know
said.
that's obviously putting
we can't
pressure on
change
it.
people. I know, I
Like,
understand.
even me, if I look for a woman now, you can't find, like, you go on social media and everyone's on OnlyFans. I'm not even being funny.
There's good women out there.
I'm not saying there isn't.
Yeah.
But good women can be on OnlyFans.
I hear that, but to a...
I can see why a man doesn't want their women on OnlyFans. I can see it. I can. But I think, for me personally, it hasn't affected my relationships. My last relationship, my man didn't care and he supported me and he knew I didn't like doing it and he
Was
trusted
he?
me.
What industry was he in? Just out of curiosity.
To do with football.
Oh, okay.
Not like big, but
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
he knew about OnlyFans and he knew everything that I did on there and it just didn't
Was
faze
it a
him.
public relationship or private
No,
relationship?
private.
And do you think that makes a difference as well?
What do you mean?
Okay, so
It was private.
So being in a private relationship with someone who does OnlyFans, fair enough.
I chose the privacy though.
I hear that, but he obviously agreed to it, right? And he could have
but
agreed to it for a reason.
I still posted him, just not
No,
who
I
he
hear
was.
that. No, I agree to
Yeah.
all of that. I understand
Okay.
that. But what I'm trying to say is, if I'm dating an OnlyFans woman, let's say I've fallen in love with an OnlyFans woman. I might be so against it today, but you can't control who you fall in love with, yeah? I fall in love with her. If I then turn around and say to her, baby, no, don't post me. I don't want people to know I'm kind of with you. Does that not affect it? Do you not feel like maybe he was hiding you because he was not
No, but
just...
that didn't happen. What
Like in the
But
sense,
she asked for the privacy, didn't you?
I personally chose that.
would he have been happy with a public relationship?
Yes, he
had
actually
no
moaned
issue
at
with
me
that.
for not posting him enough.
Fair enough.
So, but there are men that do that. And yes, I agree with you. At the end of the day, as a woman, whether you do OnlyFans or not, men do that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, don't post me because they've got 5 girlfriends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
6.
There you
Yeah.
go. Exactly.
No.
Oh,
So for me, I'm just looking at it because a lot of people say relationship stuff, and it's like I look at before I did OnlyFans and after, and the whole men thing is the same.
Like, the only thing I would say about OnlyFans, from my point of view, is I don't like seeing these 18 to I'd say 25-year-old girls who have had kids, not with the father no more, and they're doing OnlyFans. I respect they need to make money for the kid,
Yeah.
but I think
You have to kind of like, I feel like it's so hard. I'm the least judgmental person.
Yeah, me too.
I'm the least judgmental person. So I literally can't look at someone's Instagram and just judge them straight away. You don't know if they've got no parents or if they've been sexually abused or there are some girls out there who do OnlyFans that don't need to, probably got rich parents and they just think, fuck it. But I still think that people who end up on OnlyFans, it is a lack of parenting. I do. I really do. And that's why
But then you say that, but then you say that, but then I think it comes down to money as well. Some people just want that lavish lifestyle.
yeah, some
Like
people do.
but how
to
far are
be so,
you willing to go for that lavish life?
To be so desperate for that lavish lifestyle, there has to be something missing.
Yeah, and that comes from trauma. That comes from unprocessed emotions.
I'm a product of that. I want all the stuff, all my clothes designer, the car, the diamonds. Like, I want it all, but I'm missing stuff and I'm learning about it because I have therapy as well.
So would you say it's due to your parents not being in your life enough?
Absolutely. I had no home from age 11. Like, I was in boarding schools, but I had
So if
nowhere.
you could trade everything you've had today to have it different, would you?
It's hard because I've been through it already. So why would I don't know. It's a really difficult question. Probably yes, but I don't know what it's like to have that. So I don't know.
But
it's
you
almost-
recognize that you wished you'd kind of had that.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I could go back in
you
time, yes.
And I think
you only
that's the
understand
same
that
thing,
because of
really.
therapy as well, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
So
you would have
I'm
never
learning a
been able
lot.
to
Exactly.
self-understand that.
I'm
Fair
learning
enough.
a lot through obviously coming off drugs and going through therapy and learning about myself
Yeah.
that I've gone through the hard bit now. I'm kind of at the other end where I'm now kind of okay and I'm trying to get out of it and I know where I want to go. Whereas before I was just a mess, just erratic, just doing anything on TV and anything on OnlyFans. And now if you ask me, yes, I would go back. But now
Do you reckon you were just chasing the fame because you wanted to feel like you was loved by people?
an element, yes, but I've always been money driven because I've always felt unsafe from a young age. I was left
you
on
had
my
to rely
own.
on yourself.
Yeah. I was walking around the streets of London.
So
with
you
nowhere to live.
you probably have like hyper independence as well in a way because you're like, let me get the bag, let me do this.
Yeah.
I'm so sufficient. Like, but that's
Absolutely.
trauma.
And when my money goes down, I panic, even though there's still a lot in there. If I have a bad month or I've got extra bills, I'm like, oh, shit, I need to do something to make more. It's like, but I've actually got more than most people anyway.
And you know what? That's exactly what we're talking about here. And I'm going to relate it back to me. See, I didn't have that childhood. I never had that upbringing. Everything I wanted, my dad got me. My mum took care of me, you know, and it's not to say...
And have you always felt safe?
Yes, that's the thing. And I don't want to say it like it sounds like, oh, I had a perfect childhood because I really didn't. I'm in therapy myself.
Yeah.
But the difference between me is what you're saying right now. I never felt that I had to do those things. Yeah. Like, it's almost like you could say, oh, well, you just had an easy life. But yeah, I kind of did.
But
Mom and
that's not
dad
a
did
bad thing.
everything to me.
I hate when people make someone feel bad because they've grown up with money or grown up having a perfect upbringing. Even though they say it's not perfect, it's good in a lot of ways. And some people make you feel bad for that. But I'm jealous of that in a nice way.
And
like,
in a way, I really sympathize with you and I understand you because I'm like, actually, if I'd kind of gone through the things that you're saying you went through, 100% I'd go and do OnlyFans. Like, I need to get off my high horse and realize that, like, actually, not everyone's privileged to have what I had, and I was able to chase my dreams and make something of
I was
myself.
speaking to a life coach. I interviewed a life coach the other day, and he turned around and he said to me, you become most successful when you hate the situation you're in. And he goes, no, because I was like talking about life and business, X, Y, Z. And he goes, no. I mean, hate it. He goes, to the point where killing yourself is better than being alive. And I think that's probably what you went through. When you were so young, you hated, like having nowhere to live at, What did you say? Sorry.
From 11, I was at boarding school, but I was often just left on the weekends and left.
And you probably hated the situation you was in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like, oh, you know, I want to get a normal job. You despise the position you was in life. And that is what drove you to think, you know what, I don't give a fuck what I do, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's strip, or whether it's, I just want the money.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't care what it is. And that's why I
It's the
interview a lot
only
of criminals
way-
as well.
Yeah.
And they say, Mikey, I had no other option. That was my way out.
Yeah.
And if it was crime, I chose it. It was crime.
I really hear that. I hear that. Like,
And money is definitely gives you a certain level of safety, right? And I had no safety. Like if I didn't have money, I was on my own with nothing. So I had to, and it's like it's drilled into me that I just have to get money. That's it, you know. And I'm drilling it out of me a bit. And
yeah.
obviously
See,
since
I
I've had a
never
child-
had those thoughts ever.
Yeah.
Like I remember
crazy,
I used to
isn't
hang out with my friends and they'd be like, oh, I haven't got money to go out. And I'd be like, why? Because my parents gave me money.
Yeah.
I could go wherever I wanted.
But I come from a wealthy background. My dad.
No, I never came from a wealthy background.
No, but you had everything. So in your head, no
My
matter
mum and
what you
dad just
wanted.
really tried to give me everything I wanted. Like I was the first one to have a mobile phone in my class. Like it was
No,
things
I
like
hear
that.
But me, for example, I did. My dad's been wealthy. My mum's all. I've never gone without ever. I'm still the hungriest in my family.
Yeah.
I don't care how much I make. It's not enough. You could.
But you will have some sort of issue or trauma or something that.
But I think that just comes
probably-
from me wanting to have enough to make sure my family never ever worry about money. I think that's what
Yeah,
that
and I
comes
think
into.
it's definitely that's part of being a man as well, and that's a good thing. But I think if you had therapy, and I think every person on this planet, if you have therapy, no one's upbringing's perfect, not one person.
Absolutely not.
I think therapy as well. Yeah, I don't really agree with it. To be fair with
Oh
you.
no.
No, I'm being real with you. I think therapy is just, me personally, yeah, I just think it's a load of bullshit. I think they tell you things you already know. You know it.
But do you know these
No.
things?
You do. You know.
No, because
deep
sometimes
down,
you might have triggers. Where do those triggers come from?
Just me being nuts.
No,
I know I'm a bit
where do your
fucked, innit?
triggers come from?
It's true. I'm being real.
No, there's a reason. They're coming from something.
No,
It's
no,
a
no, no, no,
wound.
no. It's
And it needs
No,
to
it
heal.
is. You're
I've got
just,
holes on my body. I'm good.
just typical man, and that's fine. Most men say the
Most
same
men
stuff.
say this.
They
My
all
partner
do, and
says
that's
this
fine.
all the
You
time.
lot can
Because
just
I
stay
don't
there.
believe in
No,
therapy.
to try to be honest, I self-reflect every day. I do.
That's important.
I sit
That's
down,
really good.
I look at my life, I see the position I'm in, and anyone you speak to, like, I don't go out. Like, if you see me out, you'll be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, I'm that guy. I'm not out. I want to make money. Like, you lot can all party now. Go club. Yeah, see. While you lot are partying, I'm making money. Do your thing. I don't care about it.
I
It
do
don't-
think a money obsession is
Yeah,
is a trauma.
see,
I'm
this
sorry,
is
but I
what
do.
I'm saying. All this talk about money, there is some unprocessed emotions there. There really is. I hate to sound
Yeah,
like
it
a
is.
therapist, but it's true.
100%.
Because there's like this eagerness
I'm
to
normal.
make money. It's almost like you want to prove something to yourself.
Yeah, I do.
The
But
fact
when
that
do you
you
stop
said-
and you go,
yeah.
you know what, I'm content? When
I
does
won't.
that-
When I'm dead.
Exactly,
Yes,
and
when
that's a problem.
No. But the way I
I'm
look
the
at
same
it,
as
no,
you.
the way I look at it, I don't give a fuck about my life.
You see, I'm
Like, when
fine. I
have
don't
kids-
think like you.
No, but the way I look at my life, I don't give a fuck how I live. Don't get it twisted. I like nice things. I'll buy myself a nice car, nice watches, X, Y, and Z. But I don't give a fuck about my life. When I have kids, I haven't got kids, but when I have kids,
But you should give a fuck about your life.
I'm gonna go one day. I want my
Yeah.
kids to have a good life.
Yeah,
I'd
of
course,
I'd
but-
rather die being worth hundreds of millions, and my kids can live a good life. I don't care.
But
So
there's no
why are you not
talk
on
of
OnlyFans
being
then?
content.
Why not? Because like bare gays subbing to me and shit. Fuck
But
that.
you don't give a fuck, you said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I care about I care about my legacy, not my wealth. My
That
legacy.
doesn't make
what
you
I
gay
leave.
if gays sub to you.
Yeah, but it does.
No, it
It
doesn't.
the
does.
thing is,
But it
my
does, it does.
question-
If I'm there posting pictures of my dick, knowing that men are gonna look at it, that's gay.
I thought you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I care about being gay.
My question
that's a
is,
little bit different.
sorry, my question is like, when do you say, okay, I've reached a moment where I'm content? When does it stop?
He won't.
When
'Cause I
my
don't.
kids,
See, that's
when my
damaging.
kids,
When you're a billionaire,
when my
that's at
kids,
any time.
not even then, because then
No, 'cause
I've
then
started
he's
looking
gonna
at
want
what
something
jet I'm buying my
else.
kid. When my kid
100
phones me and says,
billion,
"Yo, Dad, I want. What do you want for your first car? Lamborghini? No sweat. Buy it. Done. What do you want for? Buy it." Like my goal is to make sure my kid never, ever gets on a public airplane. That's my goal. Dan Bilzerian's dad said it, and I say the same.
But why is
I
that your
just
goal?
all money.
My kids will never, ever fly
I
to
just
me.
can't
I'm
understand
so money motivated, but I don't say that. I don't.
No, that's
why,
my goal.
But
Say that to
why?
kids.
Because
Why
I
is that
don't.
important?
Okay, so as much as my dad,
Because
why
of
is
the
it all
way
about me
he's,
now?
it's what he's
He
seen.
needs
No.
therapy.
Yeah, he
Fuck
does.
that shit. No, the way I look at it, I'll
Should we
tell
turn
you.
this into the therapy session?
The therapy club. No, the way I look at it, look, so I come from a wealthy upbringing. I never had a wealthy upbringing.
there's
If that
nothing
makes
wrong
sense.
But
with
did
sitting
your
on a-
father struggle, and did he tell you about those struggles?
No. Okay, so let me explain.
There's
again.
nothing wrong with sitting on a commercial flight, even if you're in first class.
Yeah.
But
I
hear
know
me out.
people who have jets
alright,
and they go
maybe
on.
that's just a little bit much, but hear me out. I come from a wealthy upbringing. I never had a wealthy upbringing. My family all had money. My dad has been worth millions from fuck knows when.
And you had none of it.
I didn't get a pound.
There you go. That's it.
That's what it
there
is.
you go.
That's what
Worked
it
it
is.
out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Where's my therapist? I don't need one. I know that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When am I gonna go
But
pay a
that's
therapist?
That's what
reason.
makes you this way.
So this is what I'm trying to say. So people say to me, "Why are you so money hungry?" It's because I never, ever want my like. I'll tell you one story. Yeah, I know it's not really about me. And I was meant to be talking about OnlyFans, and now we're talking about me. So what I will say is, I remember a story. Yeah. So my dad was always not really a part of my life, but a part of my life, if that makes sense. And I remember one day everyone used to wear kickers to school. You remember kickers?
I loved kickers.
Yeah,
Oh my
they were
God.
£95. It's a lot of money back then. Yeah, £95 is big money on shoes. So I remember one of my kickers had a hole in it. Yeah, so I wanted a new pair of kickers. We were playing football. You get a hole in the front. When my mum couldn't afford to spend £100 on shoes. There was 5 kids, so
Yeah.
like
This
£100.
happened to my little brother, actually.
You've got to spend £500 on shoes. That's a lot of fucking money. So I was like, yo, I need new shoes. Like, mum, what am I gonna do? Like, and I would never ask my mum, like, ever. Even when she used to give me money for school, I'd be like, mum, I got some. I just wouldn't eat, or I'd just make someone else buy me food. That's how I was, yeah. So when my dad went to go get the shoes, I don't know if my dad's gonna watch this, but if he does, you stink for this. He never bought me my kickers. I went to school, everyone was like laughing, you're not got kickers, yeah. That memory there of not having kickers, them £95 shoes, I will never in my life let my kid not have. I'm gonna buy him like 100 pairs of fucking kickers when he's born. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that hunger there from being a kid is what makes me so money like hungry. Maybe that's why I need therapy.
Yeah.
No.
But
And what you
that
just
is-
described right there is childhood trauma.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
I don't.
But-
And
I don't
trauma,
look at-
you know, when we say
but I
trauma,
don't-
we don't mean
but
it's
I'm-
like, oh, it's
but
so
I'm
traumatizing.
proud.
We mean it's
But I'm-
unprocessed emotions.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
proud
You-
of them days. I'm proud of that because now I am hungry. I don't ever want to live a 9 to 5. I don't
So
ever
do
want
you
to
not
work.
want your kids to grow up being hungry too?
I want them to be the hungriest people in the room.
Then don't give them everything.
I know, but I know. I hear that. I hear that.
you
and
want
you're
them
probably
to
the
be
same.
grateful
and
for
you
what
probably
they
say
have.
to you probably
No,
say
I
don't
am
give them
the
anything, but you
same.
spoil your like.
I absolutely do, and I don't want her to ever get on a bus. But I'm not talking about commercial
No,
flights.
but that's just me being OTT.
But you also
Yeah.
teach her the value of money, right? Your daughter or
Absolutely,
your
yeah,
son.
So that was what
Absolutely,
my
yeah.
dad always used to say to me
Yeah.
when I was younger. He goes, once you understand the value of money, don't worry about money. I'll give you whatever you want. Now I understand it. Like, money to me, I count my last pounds. I make the pennies turn into pounds and the pounds turn into like notes. That's how I look at it. But it's just, I wouldn't ever want. I think we all live for our kids when we have kids.
Yeah.
If we have,
But I
That's
think
what-
also what you're describing right now is obviously, you know, you understand it and everything, but it's also, you got to be careful that you're not coming from this kind of scarcity mindset of like what you were describing. You would look at your
No, I
bank
can't
balance
lie,
and be
yeah.
like,
All
oh,
jokes
it's
aside,
low.
this is
It's
the
low.
first episode, but
That's
I
a
love this shit.
scarcity mind.
This is so much better than one-on-one.
Yeah, this is
So,
it.
I'm
We're
sitting there.
healing, guys. We're healing.
This is so much better than
Hashtag
my
we're on a healing
This is
journey.
sick, isn't it?
But yeah, you gotta try, and you don't want to come from a scarcity mindset. You always want to be talking like as if there's abundance
Yeah.
of money. And I think with you, there may be a little bit of underlying fear there that, oh, you might stop making money,
Yeah, no,
or
of course.
you might not.
I get scared every single morning.
And this is what we're
Me
talking
too,
about.
me too.
I actually
Yeah.
I actually that's the only anxiety I get in my life is money.
Me too. And do
because
you
of
not
your
find
upbringing.
it affects my day? If something's gone down, I'm
Like
horrible.
if a sponsor pulls out, I have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I've got like, even if my bank account has M's on M's on M's on M's on M's, if that sponsor pulls out and pay me that much, I'm like, oh my god, I'm
Okay,
broke.
but let me tell you something.
It's-
Lost it all.
I know the
Okay, but let me
feeling.
tell you something. This world is temporary. Okay, this world is temporary. One day we're all gonna leave. Okay,
I know.
You want to be able to live a life that is fulfilling. If you keep chasing money, you will not live a fulfilling life, because there will always be an
that.
amount that you want to chase. Even the
hear that.
billionaires
No,
are not
I hear it.
happy.
Because the amount that say you've got or I've got now is some people's dream.
You've got to have a cut-off limit
You
for
know what it is as
yourself.
well? It's the way I talk about it is how I think I live. I don't. Of course, I do. I'm content with life. I'm grateful for what I've got. I'm not just some guy who sits there and thinks, fuck me, I'm broke, basically. I'm not. I am content with it. What I say might be a little bit over the top to how I act because it's just how I am. But
A fear of running out, though. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
have
what it
in
is.
that.
You've got
it's just
it.
the fear
It's
of
normal.
going back to not having enough, I think.
And not being able to fix it.
And also,
again.
can I just say something just to add to it? It's actually really hard for men as well. Like, obviously,
These
we're
are
women and we're
making
going through that.
150 bags on OnlyFans, yeah.
But I was going to say, like, also, it must be so incredibly hard for the man because you know that is literally your responsibility. You're going to have a family one day. You're going to have to, raise your kids and all this stuff. So for men, there's this immense pressure on them to really...
I do think it is harder for men, but I think women have harder things in other ways too.
Of course,
like,
yes, I agree.
Like we can go and do it, but then we're going to be judged.
Of course.
But I think it's a little bit... I think with to throw obviously back to the topic of OnlyFans, I think OnlyFans has become too easy now. Like there is so much money online for OnlyFans. What can the man do? Go and sell drugs? Go prison for it? Why are women not going to prison for OnlyFans? Like, why is it the only
men were selling
alternative for
drugs for money way before OnlyFans?
I hear that, but the only alternative to make the same kind of money you're doing is fraud or drugs. It's something illegal. You can't tell me you're going to make 150 bags of being a fucking banker unless you're robbing the bank. Like, you're not.
That's true, it's true. Yeah, it's all the
There's no job you're making. The only alternative to making the same money you're making is something illegal. Maybe not a drug dealer.
Not.
So what can you do? Tell me. Make 150 bags. What do you make? What job you got?
I mean, I personally don't know, but traders make loads of money.
Traders but with traders, it's you're risking
Is
your
it
own money.
commission as well they get?
No, traders is you're
I don't
trading
know,
the
but
stock market.
Multi-millionaire men, like, what do they do?
Okay, fair enough. So let's say you're a trader.
The legit ones.
All right, let's say you're a trader, yeah? You're investing your own money to maybe lose. It's gambling.
It's
It's not trade. It's gambling.
Yeah.
You don't
But
invest money.
OnlyFans is it's not so much a gamble, but it's not consistent.
But it's
You can
guaranteed.
lose. It's
What are you going to lose?
An amount's not guaranteed, though.
what are you gonna
I've made
lose?
30 grand in 1 month and then 50 grand in another.
1 minute. What are you going to lose? You're never going to lose.
The thing is, I agree with you. It's become so easy because I think also
can
sex
make
has
less, but
become so easy.
you're still winning.
Like,
You're just not used to winning
I guess
the big
I don't
bag.
see it as winning.
I think a lot of women's, like girls, especially now who are going into this industry, their kind of thought process is, well, I'm having one night stands, I'm sexually liberated, I'm having sex with men, I might as well get paid for it. And I think that's what's happening here. That's why they're able to take the emotions out of it and go, you know what, I'll have sex on camera and I'll make 150 bags.
I guess it's hard. I mean, me personally, I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
I think Kim Kardashian started it all with her sex tape with Ray J from
Yeah.
when we was all fucked.
Well, exactly.
She became one of the most famous women in the world. And all she done was
Build an
make sex
empire.
tapes.
She made it happen. She made it happen.
Yeah. But this is the thing, Kim's really intelligent. She was able to use that as like a starting point for her, and now she's very successful.
I'll be real
a lot
with
of
you.
Girls don't know how to do that. So.
If I was a woman, I would probably do OnlyFans too. But I would make sure I get a life coach and a financial advisor, because the money you're making, money you make for them 5 years or something, you're making stupid money. Really good. I would advertise.
But is money everything?
Can I tell you
Is
one
money
thing?
everything?
I wish I wasn't so money driven, because I wouldn't be doing this.
Because this is all, if you think about it, this whole chat, the one thing we're talking about is money. And is money everything?
I just want to be... No, but it's not.
No, because
Life
I
should
want to be a wife
happiness.
one day, and I want to be a mum, and
You
I want to be
a mum, yeah?
I want to be a really good mum.
You want to be a really, really good mum. Your daughter comes to you and goes, "Mum, all my friends are going to Dubai this year. I really want to go." How are you affording it?
Well, hopefully
take the family to Dubai for 2 weeks is 15, 20 bags. How are you affording it? If
this is the thing, you work hard.
That's someone's
and
1 year
then you
saving.
meet someone who's also worked hard in their life, and you struggle
and you
together,
build an
and you build an empire
yeah.
together, and this is how life works. You know, it's not, oh, everyone take their clothes off and go sell their bodies. Like, that's not the right message we should be giving young girls.
No, 100% I agree.
You know, Jem doesn't even want to be in this industry. That
I agree,
says a lot.
But the way I look at it is I'm a realist, and I look at it as no one's stopping it. Yeah, they're not. No one.
No one's stopping it.
No woman on here is going home and quitting OnlyFans.
No, I get it.
Who are signing up to OnlyFans after hearing 150 bags.
I get it.
Yeah. So I can't stop that. So I then understand that that's not going to stop. So if you're not going to move with the times,
You can't stop that, but you can. Number one, you can educate people and you can inform them, especially young girls who want to get into this.
It's about understanding what comes with it as well.
And people will be watching this right now. Young girls who are going out, especially the ones who are coming into this, this next generation. They're going to be all they're going to hear is OnlyFans. So they're going to watch podcasts like this.
I've learned the hard way. When I go to a shoot, when I do the content, I don't come home feeling happy with myself, fulfilled. Like I'm so glad I did that today because that's a really good thing thing to do for this person, that person, or the world or whatever, I feel, I want to forget I did that.
Yeah.
And that feeling every day, it kind of brings your happiness down onto a level. Like, I'm generally a happy-ish person, but a part of me is probably a bit depressed from having to do that all the time and having to pretend that I don't do it.
Yeah, let's be real. It really messes with your mental health.
And I've learned the hard way. Like, even
and some
me
people
saying
probably
this,
not. You've been in this industry for a really long time, so you're probably very thick-skinned in a way. Whereas some girls who are starting out, they're probably not thick-skinned at all. So how do you think that's going to affect them?
And the lips and the cheeks and all the things that we've all had done, and some people take way overboard, and it's all because of this industry. But this is also because of Instagram. There's so much like I keep saying.
I can't lie. Yeah, sorry to draw you women out, but everyone looks the same now.
Yeah.
Is it Facetune?
I agree. Facetune.
But everyone looks the same. Yo, every girl looks the same.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I'm looking. If you got a blonde girl and a blonde girl, it's like, hey.
No, you need to FaceTime them.
Who's who? I know.
Yeah.
When I
No, you need to take a swimming pool with no makeup on.
You know when they decline my FaceTime? No. That's a Steve.
Exactly,
That's a
catfish.
Steve.
Yeah,
We
that's
call
a
them
Steve.
Steves.
Oh,
There's one
Lord.
story we once had. Yo, that was a Steve. I'll never forget that day.
I bet there are a lot of Steves out there.
No, I had a proper Steve turn up on me.
What, turn up here?
Are you mad? No. I would have kicked
Oh,
off.
okay.
No, so I'll tell you a story about this Steve, this Facetune, and it's so bad. This girl on Insta, I'll show you the before and after, like what I was expecting and what I got.
Right.
I have come to the conclusion, and if you lot agree, it should be illegal. It should genuinely be illegal because it's a fucking joke now, man.
Illegal?
Yeah, no, it should be illegal. No, it should be illegal.
That's a bit far.
Just don't
If I
agree
show you
with
these
this,
pictures of what I had, of what turned up and what I was expecting, it should be illegal. I don't give a fuck what anyone
But
says.
you should have checked what you was getting before.
Yo, she weren't answering FaceTime. What do you want me to do?
So tell her you're not coming till I see your face on FaceTime.
Yeah, but I
Ask
said
for
that-
a video.
Yeah.
And the video looked good as well.
Oh, God. They get really good now, aren't they?
Video of what?
You can get the filters on the video
Yeah,
now as
you
well.
can get the
Facetune video.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Have you-
Yeah.
Well, Instagram filters
No,
as well.
but can you edit like... Actually, obviously, duh.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know what? Some people, I've met a lot of like models and influencers who, they look really nice on Instagram, but then they look really different in reality.
Yeah.
But actually, you really start to like that beauty.
The realness of someone.
Because she looks nothing like how she looks on Instagram, but then you're like, actually, you're really pretty. Like, have you ever heard that?
Do you know what I'll say?
definitely,
What I'll
I've
say
heard
to women as well. Like, obviously, I mean this in a positive way. Less is always more. I've seen so many girls who, like, they've stayed around mine, taken off their makeup, and I look at them in the morning, I'm like, you genuinely look so much better without makeup. Like, listen, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm not in a relationship, but like, you look at these girls, and it's bad because nowadays Instagram has fucked with so many girls' mental health and men as well because they're trying to keep up with this like, I need to be that perfect curve. I need to have this dip there. My arse needs to be like that. And like men have like steroids. It started years ago.
Yeah, but you like the girls that look like that too.
No, shall I be real with you?
And you're following them.
Yes.
God, my following. I don't really follow
No.
many
Sorry.
people.
When I say that, I mean like,
I used to. Like,
as men, you're following those type of girls.
Till I
not
had a
you
crazy
directly,
ex. So I had to basically unfollow everyone.
My little brother's 16 years old, and I have chats with him about girls all the time. And I show him some girls sometimes on Instagram that are like very heavily done, who I think are very pretty, right? Yeah. And he'll go, no, I don't like them. And I'm like, why? He goes, she's wearing makeup.
Yeah.
It's true. Like,
he's 16 and he goes, no, I don't want no one wearing makeup.
Do you wear a lot of makeup? Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Go on.
I do.
Do you wear like
I
daily?
have to. Oh, no. So Monday to Friday, I'm on camera. So I wear like proper like heavy coverage makeup. But weekends,
So is
when
this
I'm
a
with
lot of
friends,
makeup
with
or a
my
little bit
partner,
of makeup?
I would say this is medium coverage. I'm not like.
I don't class what you've got on now as lots of makeup. I think
It's not like full on like dramatic drag queen makeup. But sometimes when I'm on camera, I'll have to have a few layers and it will be quite dramatic. So people will be like, oh, you look so different. But then if you see me on the weekend, I've got like hardly any makeup on. I've got SPF on and that's it.
Yeah.
You
For
know?
me, daily, I
SPF?
hate
SPF.
Yeah, what's that?
sun cream.
Oh, just sun cream.
Are you not wearing sun cream on your matte face?
You should wear
Sorry?
it every day.
Sun cream on my
You
face
need
now.
to wear it every day.
Even these lights can give you bad skin.
Do you want to
when
have
you're
like
older.
wrinkles and sun damaged skin when you grow up?
Are you not fucking about? You want me to wear something?
No, this is-
on a podcast.
It's just,
You're not being serious. Are you having me on?
it's just in moisturizer now. You just get SPF in your moisturizer because
Do
it
you want to know
protects
my
your
face
skin.
routine?
None. I bet it's
wake up,
none.
I get hot water. I throw it on my face to wake me up. All right, let's fucking go out
Such a
there.
man.
Fucking
That's so.
sun cream while I'm doing a podcast. That's bullshit.
SPF 50.
You lot are fucking
Look
about
how
it.
bright that is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What, you got sun cream on?
Yeah.
I've got SPF on.
Yeah, I've got
Sun
SPF
cream.
50.
Yeah, well, like
SPF
the, like the sun cream that says 50 on it. Yo, you lot are fucking having me on it.
No, but
we're not.
It's not like from Boots that we find the sun
Like
cream.
the blue
it's
bottle, like the
It's
blue
a,
bottle.
it's for specifically for your face. It's for your face.
But mine is in my actual
you don't want
moisturiser. There's just plus SPF in my daily moisturiser.
It's
not
to
the
avoid
blue bottle.
sun damage and wrinkles. You want to look young.
Yo, you lot wear sun cream on a daily basis.
Yes, we have
Both-
to.
You both
Only
genuinely.
on the face, though. Only on the
you
face.
lot are
Only on the
doolally, bro.
face. He's acting like
On
we
the
put
face. It's on the face.
bikini duff
All
and that.
right, sweet. Good for you lot. Keep it up. It's great. Keep up the good work, girls.
The
Well,
things
listen,
we have to do as women.
Let's wrap this up on a final note with. Well, I don't really know what to say. I was expecting you to not like to love
Final
OnlyFans
thoughts.
and you to not like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So to summarize,
But I love that you thought I was going to be a bitch and you don't think I am. So that's good.
I might have changed my mind now. To summarize, OnlyFans is not the way forward.
No.
Coming from a successful OnlyFans model. Is that what
Yeah.
they call you lot, models?
It's the way forward financially, but mentally, no.
What I wanted to say was, with this Instagram thing now, it's actually come to a point where it's ruined mental health for women because everyone needs to keep up a certain image. And I just said this and then we just started talking about SPF 50 and shit. But it's actually ruined, like, there are so many naturally beautiful girls out there, yeah? Like, genuinely, and I think eventually it will do its 360 like it always does, and everyone will start loving the natural girls, not the, like, lipped girls and all that stuff. But
It's kind of happening now a
is
little
now.
bit, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because we got like
too recent Molly
the clean
Make
girl
women dissolved it
aesthetic.
all, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also nothing wrong with a little enhancing. That is
No, I
okay.
agree.
But
Listen, there's some things that, like even surgery, women get nose jobs, and I understand that some women get it because they're insecure.
I want a
about it.
nose job, and everyone's telling me no.
I'm not going to comment on that, am I? Well, I'm not going to say get one or don't get one, am I?
Everyone is telling me no.
All right, no.
Everyone.
but the thing is with surgery, yeah, I don't think you can tell someone do it or don't do
Yeah.
it. For you, if
That's
you
what I say. If you want it done, go and do it, but
Yeah.
be safe.
I
if
really want
you-
it done.
if
I want my
you-
nose done.
If you think about it more than say 3 times a day, get it done.
I do.
Because it's bothering you.
But
Do you
I'm
know what I mean?
terrified because I've heard a
Think
lot
about
of
money all day.
bad operations.
I think about money all day.
Yeah, but you're getting it.
True that. Carry on. Sorry, carry on.
But yeah. No, I'm just adding on to what you're saying about, feeling like we need to look perfect and stuff like that. And with my job as well, like I feel like that really makes me, I don't want to say I'm not insecure. I feel like over the years, I've learned to become very secure in myself. But I think being a show kid and being on camera and this is my career, it is very hard for me to not pick things about my face.
But that's your job again.
Yeah.
That's you making sure you look good for camera.
Yeah.
But I think anyone has that though. With
But
social
now
media.
I'm getting to a point where I'm going, oh, maybe I could get my nose done. Or maybe I could do this. Or maybe I
that's
could
when
have a
it
little...
starts.
That, and I'm entering
Once it starts,
that.
it don't stop.
I'm entering that a little bit. So I have to check myself a little bit. Like,
yeah, as long as you can check yourself and you can
Yeah.
just like have a limit.
Yeah.
And I think with the age that you are as well, you're not sort of 20 starting it where you just
Yeah.
probably think, fuck it, I'll get more. You're probably
Yeah.
a lot more mature than you were when
It's
you were
like
20
tattoos. We
years
spoke
old.
about the tattoos as well.
Yeah,
You get start off with 1, then 2, then 3, then
Yeah.
4, then you're covered.
absolutely. Yeah, that's. But then again, my tattoos come with a lot of trauma and probably some weird self-harm thing. I don't know. I've been told in therapy, but yeah, like again, if you have an addictive personality, which do you or not?
No, I don't.
So
No,
I
no.
think you'll be fine.
Yeah. And I think I've always wanted my nose done from a very young age. Well, so let's see.
Yeah.
Watch
But
this
listen,
space, I
let's
guess.
wrap it up, guys. It was a pleasure having you both on
Yeah,
the show.
Thank you so
you.
much.
And final thoughts, like just if you're a young girl thinking about getting into OnlyFans, I think basically we all agree here.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I never said we agree.
And also,
I'm joking. No, don't do that shit.
You're on our side, no?
No, yeah, don't fuck
I'd
with
like
that.
to know as
Yeah, go
well
on.
if we've changed anyone's mind. about
Yeah, let us know in the comments. But also, like,
it.
just,
Either way, as well.
Yeah.
If this has made you want to do it or not.
Yeah, let
I'd like
us
to
know.
know.
Do you want to do it? Sign up to a new academy as well.
if you are young though, like especially if you're sort of in your early 20s, I would say my advice would be like really dig your heels in deep and try to make something of yourself, because the feeling of that afterwards is going to be so rewarding, because you look back and you feel so proud of yourself that you've actually done something that fulfills you and that you're proud of. So that's my tip.
I agree. And there's money to be made online, which don't. I mean, you've got
You could be a social
You
media
could be
influencer
TikTok.
or
You could do TikTok, YouTube.
content creator, streamer,
Yeah, especially with like that new Kick thing now. But these motherfuckers are making money.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Is it Twitch?
No,
or?
Kick. It's this new Kick streaming app.
They brought
It's
it back.
It's a new version of Twitch.
Oh my
is that?
god.
Oh, do you want to start? Like, these
Should we
men are making
start?
racks.
Should we-
What do you have to do? Just play games?
No. It's just you basically just get a camera person to follow you around all day. That's it. They just walk around.
Oh, that's it. I'm
They
doing
just
it.
walk around with a camera.
Damn, my daily life is so
There was
boring.
a deal. Someone made a £50 million deal off that. Just walking around.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but I just
Okay,
sleep all
let's
day.
do it. Let's do it. Should we
Let's
say
do it, yes.
Yeah.
Yo, Kick, if you want to like sign up, that's commission from
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But listen, genuinely, thank you for having you both on. I'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
again
much
soon.
for having me. Thank
And
you.
I'll see you next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.